Everyone talks about how to board a cruise. Almost nobody tells you what to do that first evening, and it quietly sets the rhythm for your entire week. Get the first night right and the whole cruise flows. Get it wrong, exhausted, overfed, and up too late, and you spend 2 days catching up. So let me start with the smartest first night move there is, and it saves you money too. Book the specialty restaurant for tonight, your very first evening aboard. Here's why the seasoned cruisers do it. On that first night, everyone else piles into the main dining room and the buffet, so the specialty restaurants are quiet, calm, and often discounted, sometimes up to half price, just to fill the tables. So instead of a loud, crowded first meal, you can have a beautiful, peaceful dinner, wonderfully served, for far less than it would cost any other night. It's the single loveliest way to begin a cruise, and hardly anyone knows to do it. Walk up when you board, or call ahead and book tonight. And there's a second reason beyond the money and the quiet, one that matters especially after 60. On that first night, everyone is tired from travel, unpacking, finding their feet. The main dining room and the buffet are at their most chaotic, loud, crowded, slow service because the crew are still learning the flow of the week. Slipping away to a calm specialty restaurant means your very first meal aboard is a pleasure, not a stress test. You start the whole cruise feeling looked after and unhurried, and that first good impression sets your mood for days. It's a small splurge, often a discounted one, and it's one of the wisest ways I know to begin a week at sea on exactly the right note. Now, I want you to think of the first night differently than most people do. It isn't the night to prove you can stay up till midnight and try everything. It's the night to set your sails for a restful, well-paced week, and the smartest seniors treat it exactly that way. I learned the cost of getting it wrong the hard way years ago on one of my early cruises. So giddy with excitement, my husband and I did everything the first night. The huge buffet dinner, the late show, the midnight snack, a nightcap or two, bed well past our usual hour. And we paid for it. We spent the entire first sea day feeling heavy and headachy and out of sorts, dozing in deck chairs, missing the very things we'd been so excited about. It taught me that the first night isn't the finish line of the excitement, it's the starting line of the week, and how you run it matters. Ever since, I've begun every cruise gently and deliberately, and every cruise has been better for it. Stay with me and keep a pen handy, because I've got a handful of first night moves that make the whole cruise better. Take a picture of the screen at the end and you'll have them all. And if we're just meeting, I'm Margaret, your cruise companion, and I make these for those of us cruising after 60 who've learned that a good week begins with a good first evening. Let's keep going. The second thing smart senior cruisers do on the first night. They meet their dining team and sort out the week right then. If you have a set dining time, go and find your table on that first evening and meet the waiters who will look after you all week. If the table isn't right, too close to the kitchen, too big, too small, this is the moment the maitre d' can still change it while there's flexibility. And if you have any dietary needs, a low-salt diet, diabetic-friendly meals, an allergy, tell them now on night 1 so they can prepare for you every evening after. 5 minutes of friendly conversation on the first night, and your dining is settled, comfortable, and yours for the whole cruise. And here's a lovely thing that happens when you invest those 5 minutes on night 1. Over a week, that same waiter becomes almost a friend. They remember you take your coffee decaf, that you like your fish without the rich sauce, that your spouse adores the bread pudding. They start bringing the little things before you ask. For those of us who value being known and cared for, not just served, that relationship is one of the quiet joys of traditional cruising, and it begins entirely with a warm hello and your name on that first evening. The cruisers who eat somewhere different every night, chasing novelty, never get it. The ones who settle in with a dining team get looked after like family all week long. The third thing, and this one's a genuine insider move, go to the welcome show in the main theater on that first night. Most people skip it, thinking it's just a formality. It isn't. That introductory show is where the ship showcases all its entertainers for the week. A taste of the singers, the musicians, the comedians, the production shows to come. So, in one relaxed hour, you learn exactly which shows you'll want to see across the whole cruise, and you can plan your evenings around the ones that appeal to you. And this little bit of planning solves a frustration I hear constantly from cruisers our age, which is getting to the end of a cruise and realizing you missed the one show everyone raved about, or that you kept meaning to see the pianist in the quiet lounge and never did. The good entertainment on a big ship is scattered across the week and across a dozen venues, and if you don't look ahead, it slips by. So take that first night welcome show as your map. Jot down on the daily program which acts you want to catch and roughly when, and suddenly your evenings have a gentle shape instead of you wandering the ship wondering what to do. A few notes on night one, and you never miss the good stuff. It's the smartest hour you'll spend, and it's a lovely, gentle way to pass the first night without overdoing anything. And there's a quiet social gift in it too, the kind that matters more as we get older. The welcome show is where the cruise director introduces themselves and the ship comes together as a group for the first time. You'll find yourself sitting near the same sorts of people you'll see all week, and a warm word to the couple beside you on that first night has a way of blossoming into the friendly faces that make a cruise feel like a community. Arrive a little early, get a comfortable seat, and let the week's companions start to become familiar. For those of us who cruise partly for the gentle company of others, that first night show is where it all begins. The fourth thing. They watch the sail away, but they do it their way. There's real magic in standing on deck as the ship pulls away from port and the whole voyage opens up in front of you. But you don't have to be in the middle of the loud, crowded party to enjoy it. The smart senior finds a quieter spot along the rail or a calm corner of an upper deck with a good view and room to breathe, and takes in that beautiful moment in peace. Bring a light layer because the evening air off the water has a chill. It's one of the great pleasures of cruising, and it's even better enjoyed calmly. There's something about that first sail away that I think matters especially to us, a small ceremony of letting go. As the lines are cast off and the shore begins to slide away, you can feel the whole weight of ordinary life, the appointments, the chores, the worries loosening its grip. For a few minutes, watching the harbor shrink behind you, you remember that you've earned this, that the week ahead is yours, that there is nothing to do now but rest and enjoy. I make a little habit of it on every cruise, finding my quiet spot at the rail for the first sail away and simply taking a breath. It sets my heart right for the whole voyage. Don't rush past that moment. It's the true beginning of the cruise. The fifth thing, and this is pure senior wisdom, they don't overdo the food and drink on the first night. Everything is new and exciting and it's all right there, and the temptation is to indulge in everything at once. But a huge, rich meal and one too many welcome cocktails on the first night is how you spend the second day feeling poorly, with the reflux and the restless sleep so many of us know too well. Ease in, enjoy a lovely dinner but a sensible one. Have your glass of wine, with a glass of water beside it. Your body is adjusting to the ship, the motion, the new rhythm, and treating that first night gently is how you wake up on day 2 feeling wonderful instead of worse. There's a real physical reason to be gentle that first night too, beyond just good sense. Your body is quietly working to find its sea legs, adjusting to the subtle motion of the ship, and possibly to a new time zone if you flew to the port. Pile a huge, rich meal, several drinks, and a very late night on top of all that adjusting, and you're asking a lot of a system that's already busy. Go gently, and you help your body settle. A moderate dinner, plenty of water, a reasonable bedtime, and you'll very likely wake on the first sea morning feeling steady and refreshed, ready for everything. Overdo it, and you may spend that precious first full day queasy and flat, wondering why. The sea rewards the gentle beginner. Ease into it. The sixth thing is the one that matters most, and almost nobody plans for it. They set themselves up for a really good first night's sleep. That first night's rest decides how you feel for days, and a strange cabin can work against you, so the smart senior gets ahead of it. Turn the air conditioning down early so the cabin's cool by bedtime. Make sure your medications are on the nightstand, where you'll reach them in the dark. Set your phone or watch to ship time so you wake at the right hour. If the ship's engines or the sea are new to your ears, a simple pair of earplugs works wonders. And a small nightlight means a safe trip to the bathroom in an unfamiliar dark room. Little things, all done before you turn in on night one, that give you the deep sleep a good cruise is built on. And here's a truth about that first night's sleep that many of us don't expect. The gentle motion of the ship, which worries first-timers, is very often the thing that gives you the best sleep you've had in years, rocked like a baby by the sea, but only if you've set the stage for it. If you're too full, too wound up, or fretting over an alarm you're not sure you set, that lovely rocking can't do its work. So do the small things, cool the room, lay out the morning's essentials, quiet your mind, and then let the ocean do the rest. Many a senior has told me they sleep better at sea than anywhere on land, and that first good night is where the whole restorative magic of a cruise truly starts. And the seventh thing, before they turn off the light. They plan tomorrow. It takes 2 minutes. Pick up the next day's program, the one left in your cabin, and have a quick look. Note whether it's a port day or a sea day. Check. And this catches people out. Whether the clocks change overnight, because ships adjust time as they sail. If tomorrow is a port morning with an early start, set a gentle alarm. Then you turn off the light knowing exactly what tomorrow holds, and you wake up ready for it, instead of confused and rushing. A calm end to the first night makes a calm start to the first full day. And let me add one gentle safety habit for that first night that new cruisers never think of, but seasoned seniors always do. Before you settle in, make sure you know the way from your cabin to the nearest stairway in the dark. And glance at the little deck plan card so you know which direction is the front of the ship and which is the back. A strange cabin at 2 in the morning in an unfamiliar corridor is exactly where a confused, groggy trip to the bathroom or a wrong turn can happen. 2 minutes of orientation before your first sleep, knowing where things are, where the light switch is, where your slippers and your water and your medications sit, and you rest easy and move safely all week. The first night isn't only about pleasure. It's about setting up a cabin and a routine that keep you comfortable and steady for the whole voyage. So let me hand you the list. Clean. And this is your moment to take a picture of the screen. On your first night aboard, book the specialty restaurant for tonight while it's quiet and cheaper. Meet your dining team and sort your table and any dietary needs. Go to the welcome show to plan your week's entertainment. Watch the sail away from a calm spot. Don't overdo the food and drink. Set yourself up for a wonderful first night's sleep and plan tomorrow before you turn off the light. 7 gentle moves that turn the first night into the foundation of a beautiful week. You know, so many of you have asked me how to start a cruise off on exactly the right foot, and I gathered all of it, the first hours, the first night, the whole gentle art of it, into one place. The full playbook, along with the planner, makes up the Senior Cruise Companion Collection. It's the written version of everything we just walked through. The link is down in the description, and there's a code on your screen for those of you watching on the television. It's there if it would help, and only if you want it. But here's the heart of it. The first night of a cruise sets a tone that carries all the way to the last. Rush it, overdo it, and you're chasing your own tail for days. But treat it gently and wisely. A calm dinner, a little planning, a good sleep, and you wake up on your first full morning rested, oriented, and ready to savor every single day that follows. Begin well, and the whole week takes care of itself. I'm Margaret, your cruise companion. Rest well that first night, and I'll see you on the next one.